Okay, everybody, here we go. It's me, Gregory Mannarino, Monday, July 22nd, 2024, and yes, I turned 59 years old today, and I want to thank the hundreds and hundreds of you who this morning left me a birthday wish in my inbox. You guys and girls are the best. I can't tell all of you how much I love you and how important you are to me. And that's just a fact. All right, people. Now, with that, let's put Greg's birthday over here because we have a lot to talk about. So let's start off with the big news yesterday on a weekend. You notice how this nothing major, no like attacks on an oil refinery, no bombing of a nation somewhere over here or a missile attack. None of this stuff generally happens during market hours, and this announcement, I think we all expected this, of our lovely, illustrious president here, bowing out of the race. And we need to talk about this. It's kind of crazy. But of course, on a weekend, just in the event that it would have sent a ripple effect through the market. But if you notice something, nothing is happening here. Let me ask you, those of you out here who understand the markets, that's all of you, all right, who follow this blog. Nobody knows the market better than you. Let's start out with a question. What is the one thing, and I mean one singular thing, that the market hates more than anything? Bingo. Wow, you guys and girls, good. Uncertainty. The market hates uncertainty above anything else. Now, if you notice this morning, nothing's happening. Okay. So obviously, and you and I have been talking about since before the assassination attempt here. Okay, whatever. That Trump was going to win. It is a lock. And I'm going to here to tell you something else. Now it's a double lock. The market understands, and you can see this again, there's nothing going on here. No moves to the upside, no moves to the downside. Yeah, sure, stock futures are higher just by a little bit. Wouldn't have made any difference anyway. The 10-year yield, kind of rock solid. The dollar, slightly lower this morning, understanding the market realizes that one of the factors that we're going to see moving forward is a much weaker dollar. So whatever. So essentially, across the spectrum today of asset classes, nothing really is going on. Again, the market is already certain that Trump will be selected. Now, let's put another perspective on this. We have today the world's richest men putting their support behind Trump. That should tell you something. We have Wall Street in aggregate, including Jamie Dimon himself, the CEO of the largest bank on the planet by assets. He's got Trump's back. There's just no doubt about it. Hedge fund managers got Trump's back. So again, look, if we understand, look, how do I say this another way? You and me, what we want doesn't matter. Okay, it's the 2%ers, the super elite. And I'll tell you something else who wants Trump. And you got this down, you know it already. It's the Federal Reserve. Trump has said everything correctly. Honestly, calling for a weaker dollar, his Damian Thorne. I'm going to start calling VP Vance Damian Thorne. Why? Because he reminds me of Damian Thorne. You know who Damian Thorne is? Maybe you should look it up. But that's what I think. It's just, I mean, it just hit me that a couple of days ago. Wow, this guy's Damian Thorne. I think he is Damian Thorne. Honestly, I don't trust this VP. Doesn't matter. That's just my take on it. You guys can love the guy and lick his feet all you want. Obviously, he's not looking out for you. He's already lying to you, telling you that, we're going to make sure that Wall Street isn't in control. It's going to be you. I mean, dude, come on. Come out and say the truth. Really, you're going to start off lying like that? We don't matter. It's the 1% and 2%ers. It's Wall Street. It's the Fed. They're going to get what they want. They've made their choice. look, is it possible, and I mean in the remote, that this could turn around and we're going to get this lovely Kamala creature? I'm talking about in the extreme remote. I guess there's a possibility of anything here. But again, if Trump has the world's richest men behind him, if he has Wall Street's backing, if he's got the Fed backing him, how can he lose? I can't imagine. These same kind of people are the ones who have the power to twist an election. Why they would want the other one? I mean, they've all made their promises. Biden went to Wall Street just as Trump did, behind closed doors, no minutes, no recording, no cameras, no notes, no transcript, nothing. They all do the same thing. Make their promises to Wall Street. Obviously, Trump did a better job. Otherwise it would have been completely the opposite anyway. Anyway, so that's the story. Now let's just talk about this one more time. The market hates uncertainty. The market's not doing anything. The market is certain Trump will be selected. That's it. And if you think things are going to, I'm going to go over a few other things with you, so hold that thought. So this is a headline here. Let's just have a little fun and laugh a little bit. This is CNBC. Trump faces a tighter race with Kamala Harris set to replace Biden. This is propaganda because they know there is no way that Kamala is winning. This is just a way for you to watch their show. Let me tell you something about Greg Mannarino on his 59th birthday here. My take on this. They could put this rock, okay, this is a piece of Moldavite, by the way, behind the Resolute desk. A bag of hammers behind the Resolute desk. Ain't gonna matter, okay? It's not the presidents, the kings, the queens, the monarchs, the dictators who run the freak show. It's run by central banks of the government of the world. They're the ones who control the money. They control the economy. They control the markets, the financial system, the monetary system. So you tell me who's really in control. And of course, the billionaires, the multi-billionaires here, the super elites, and obviously the Fed who's pulling the strings behind it all. Collectively, central banks are the most powerful organizations on the planet. Anyway, so this is just, you're going to see more of this. This is just so you can sit there and, watch their programs. Now, going back to how the market is reacting here, let's look at the MMRI. This is the best market indicator you're ever going to find. The best things in life are free. This is free for you. Link in the description of this video. We are still maintaining this downward trajectory. Now, what does this mean for you and me? We're going to buy it all. We're going to buy it all across the board here. If the market drops, we're buying. If precious metals drop, we're buying. If commodities, crude oil drop, we're buying. If cryptocurrency falls, especially Bitcoin. Everyone's asking me, Greg, what's your favorite crypto lately? It's Bitcoin. Why? Because Trump's the Bitcoin president. He said it over and over again. Take the man at his word. If you don't, you're going to lose. I'm going to tell you right now. Trump knows how to make his friends wealthy. Whether you like Trump or not, and believe me, I know there's a lot of you who hate this guy's guts upside down, backwards, and sideways. You hear from me every day. Let me give you a little background on this, okay? I've been shredded apart via people who think I'm completely off base here, and Biden was going to win. Obviously, he's not going to, and now the Democrats are going to win. This is a shit show. People wake up to the fact that this is a uniparty, two birds of the same wing, and they're going to make you promises about things and try to sell it to you as if it's a good thing. For example, a weaker dollar. For example, suppressed rates, and we all want it. Obviously, they're gonna. What did I tell you recently in the video? They give us what we want, and the Fed's going to give us what we want too. We all want this, okay? Most of us here do not want to see our investments fall through the floor, okay? There's going to be a point where they fall through the floor, out the other side, but again, we're going to be out of this market way before that. Way before that. Why? Because we have this, all right? This is a gift. I'm telling you, this was divinely inspired. And I don't know. It just works too well. With that said, we got each other's backs, and I got yours. You're never going to lose. So let's move forward here. So this is Bank of America, our lovely favorite Wall Street bank. Obviously, I'm lying here, people, okay? I think Bank of America is being set up here as the fall guy for when this whole thing does eventually turn around, and it will, but no, not anytime soon. We'll see where this goes. So Bank of America predicts, are you ready for this? Let's break this down so we can have a little fun. Bank of America predicts market gains. Duh, really? Why? You mean a weaker dollar? Is stock market positive? How about yeah? You mean suppressed rates and asset purchases by the Federal Reserve, which has just begun? You mean to tell me that's positive for the markets as well? Duh, yeah. So Bank of America is predicting the market's going to go higher. How far behind the curve are these guys, okay? You and I, as I've been telling you, we're light years ahead of the curve. Bank of America is also saying this is going to be good for bonds. Of course it is, duh. If the Fed's buying more debt, more treasuries here, what does that mean? It means bond yields are going to drop, and that means there's a rally in the bond market. You and I called this from, I don't know, 6, 7, 8, 9 months ago, a year. Yeah, absolutely. There's going to be cash to be made here. Gold. Bank of America predicts gold is the place to be. Yeah, that too. Although it's going to be on sale like you can't possibly believe. Again, why? Because as cash is forced more into risk assets, risk on the stock market, stocks here, well, and the distortions in the market get even worse than they are now. Of course, you're going to see gold on sale, and silver and commodities, you got to buy this stuff, you got to load up on it. Now, this is interesting. Bank of America is saying that you should be buying undervalued stocks. I'd like Bank of America, their top analyst, to contact Greg Mannarino over here and tell me which of these is undervalued. This entire market is so distorted and disconnected from any kind of reality. There's no such thing as an undervalued stock right now. The market is so disconnected from reality. It's unbelievable. Now, look, I put this out yesterday for all of you. I wrote a whole piece up, and this is a checklist. I want to go over this one more time with you because I'm here for one reason. One. That's it. And that's the reason why you're here. Tell me I'm wrong, okay? Not because you like to sit here and listen to me blab on, because you want to understand, you want to know what's going to happen. And that's really what my job is and what you need to do about it. First of all, look, if we realize that this is all going to end, when I say miserably, I can't even underscore that enough. Okay, this is going to end in a biblical fashion. I don't know another way to put it, all right? But with that said, right now there is opportunity, and it's everywhere. And that's my job. So again, I put out a checklist for you. If you do not have this checklist, again, it's right there in your inbox. You should subscribe to my free newsletter. Link in the description of this video. So go ahead and do that. Anyway, the checklist is very, very simple. Let's just go over this real quick. Number 1, more easy money in the form of massively and artificially suppressed rates. There is no way anywhere, and we're being told right out of our new president, which is going to be Trump's mouth. Okay, but he's here. Biden just said the same thing. Biden and Trump, they may look different, and you may believe that they have a different perspective on things. The same. Okay, they're going to empower either one. Kamala, Trump, same thing. They're going to tell you that we need lower rates because that's what you want. You want to keep swiping. You want to keep borrowing. You want to sign hundreds of thousands of dollars into existence as you buy that new house at a low rate. You want that low rate, don't you? Yeah, you have to participate in their system. So obviously, how does that happen? The Fed's got to get in here. They got to create cash out of nothing and buy the debt to keep rates suppressed. And what does that do? Boom. Makes the Fed stronger. They're more than happy to lend. You know that. They want to be the lender and buyer of last resort. You got it, yeah. And they're getting there. So, number 1, more easy money in the form of massively and artificially suppressed rates from here until kingdom come came and beyond that. Number 2, a weaker dollar. Do you think Greg Mannarino's off base here? Because we have Damian Thorne, Vice President Vance here, of course, and Trump, both saying the same thing. Weaker dollar! record dollar, record dollar, record dollar. Yeah, in unison. Okay. Number 3, a much higher stock market. Higher corporate profits. Like you can't believe. Why? On the back of asset purchases, artificially suppressed rates, a weaker dollar, of course, here. And, of course, the 15% tax rate that Trump and Damian Thorne are promising to institute here. Wait till you see where this is going to go. So, obviously, higher corporate profits. 5, a wealth transfer on an even greater scale. Where's all this wealth come from? Okay, first of all, the 1 and 2 percenters are the people that own most of this market. Oh, the rest of you are going to feel really, really good when you see all those digits being added to your 401ks and your investment plans. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. You're absolutely going to love that. It's not real. Okay, these are not realized gains. It's just paper wealth, and it's just nonsense. Okay, so until you convert that into something else. Let's say, for example, you would, I think it's time to get out of my investment plan, and you would convert that into like gold or silver, into a hard asset. Then it's real. Until that point, it's not real. All right. So wealth transfer on an even greater scale, and it goes right up to the 1 and 2 percenters. Again, Damian Thorne, VP Vance, and Trump and Biden are trying to convince you, now it's going to be Harris, that trickle down works. Let's make the rich even richer than they are now because they're so nice and because they're looking out for you. And if you make the rich even richer and more powerful than they are now, then you're going to benefit from that. Show me how that works, okay? I know there's some economists that follow, probably a whole bunch of you. Don't work. Trickle down don't work. It's like getting spit on from above onto below. Bitcoin mania. Yeah, Bitcoin president, crypto president Trump. People, I understand that there are so many of you that despise this stuff, okay? If you don't see opportunity here, then Greg Mannarino, or not the Almighty himself, can help you. You understand what I'm saying here? There's no way it can happen. There's opportunity here. This is not the end all, but it's an avenue. Even during Tulip Mania, there were some people that became insanely wealthy. And they got out in time. You and me, we're going to get out on time out of this whole freak show. You think I'm wrong on that? Well, you got another thing coming. Okay, here we go. A more rapid move to a central bank digital currency. The crypto president, the Bitcoin president is being put there for a reason. We all want, as much as you may think you don't want, because I guarantee you the same people out here are saying, I don't want a digital currency. I don't want central banks to have it because I think it's going to be a lot of more control over all of us. Yes, exactly what it's going to be, but you want it because what are you doing? 99% of you are swiping. Debit card, direct deposits, getting your little perks out of your borrowing into oblivion here from this credit card company and that credit card company, blah, blah, blah. But so you're participating right in the system. So you want that digital currency. Trump is going to make sure that we get it, okay? I don't care what comes out of his mouth. That's what he wants. That's what we all want, it seems. So we're going to get a more rapid move to a central bank digital currency. And number 8, that was number 7, 8. An even greater gap between the stock market and the economy. We're already off the charts. Way far beyond the sun and the moon and the planets and wherever else you want to go. All right. That gap in the middle class extinction event, which we are in the middle of, is going to get a lot worse. A lot more haves and many more have-nots here. And that's how the system is designed. You all know that here. But trickle-down works. You know it does. And, of course, number 9, more lies, deceptions, and distractions. What you're going to see is a much higher stock market. And every day at the close of the markets, they're going to parade out Donald Trump or Damian Thorne. And they're going to go, rah, rah, rah. You remember last time? Look at that stock market. Focus on your 401k. Don't look at anything else. Focus on that stock market because it's doing great. And you know for a fact that the stock market is reflective of the strength of the economy. You know how that's true because Jim Cramer said it. So if Jim Cramer said it and you're going to hear it out of Damian Thorne's mouth and, of course, Trump's mouth, then it must obviously be true. How could these people wouldn't lie to you, right? No. But you see what you and me are going to do, again, is focus on reality. This is reality. These 9 things here. 9 things. But again, and number 10, which I left off, okay, and I told you in my video when I went over that, is where we're going to end up going here. The distortions that we're going to see between reality and non-reality are going to get so much more dramatic moving forward. And all this is going to do here is vastly, and you're ready for one more time, vastly inflate the debt around the world as central banks, their vice grip around our necks here. But we're going to feel good while it's happening. Yeah, until the end, of course. You know, that's what it always is. Does this surprise anybody here? Because this is how it's going to go. If you think that anything I've said here is wrong, I want to hear from you. But tell me why, okay? All right, people, look, this guy here, on his birthday, 50, I can't believe I'm 59 years old. But I'll tell you something about being 59 years old. I have more energy today than I had when I was half this age. And I really attribute that to my keto diet. I am on a pretty strict ketogenic diet. Do I go off it once in a while? Of course I do. Okay? And then when I get out of ketosis, I feel awful. Again, look, your body, here's another lie. How many people out here are on a low-fat diet but are remaining overweight? How about probably all of you? Every single one of you that's on a low-fat diet is probably obese. Your body is a fat-burning machine. And the fact of the matter is, the more fat you eat, the better off you're going to be. Because, again, there's more energy. Your body gets more energy from burning fat than it does carbohydrates. There is no such thing, in case you don't know, as an essential carbohydrate. Did you know that? There are essential fats, of course, okay? Essential proteins, of course, obviously. There's no such thing as an essential carb. You do not need carbs. The less carbs you eat, the better you're going to feel. Don't take my word for it. Do it yourself, okay? And you could be as insane as Greg Mannarino. All right, people, look, this guy here loves you from the heart. I mean that with all I got. I want to hear from you. And again, I want you to have this list. It's in your inbox if you subscribe to my free newsletter. And if you don't subscribe to my free newsletter, I don't know what you're waiting for. It doesn't benefit me if you think I make anything out of it, because I don't. I just do this stuff for you. That's really the truth. You know, we got to live for each other more than for ourselves. You understand that? What we do for ourselves just dies with us. You've heard this before, right? What you do for others sticks around. And my job, again, all I want to do is make a positive difference in the world. That's it. And I know I anger a lot of people with maybe the way I talk and my perspective on things. But you see, Greg Mannarino is going to give it to you as straight and as hard as he possibly can, because I want to wake you up a little bit. I want to smack you around a little bit into reality, okay? So maybe you can break out of the paradigm that you've been put into, the thought process, the programming out of the tell-lie vision and everything else. You got to get out of that stuff. Once you free yourself from that, all of this is going to become crystal clear. Make sense? Again, love from the heart, from here until friggin' the ends of the universe for all of you out here. And again, thank you for the birthday wishes. I just, this morning, I'm like, it almost gets me choked up. It honestly really does. Anyway, love all of you so much. I'll see all of you later, 4 or 5 p.m. Eastern for the live stream, all right? And, well, that's it. See you then.